Hello, welcome back to our German 1890 campaign, Blood and Iron. In the last episode, we had a couple little skirmishes against the British. We were, I'm not sure if we were winning this submarine war or not, because we were sinking about equal amounts of enemy shipping, but we sank like 10 submarines in 1 month, which was pretty good. And as you can see, Britain has dragged both Austria Hungary and France into the war. We dragged Italy into the war, and the US is well on its way to also joining the war. But they'll be at war with Japan as well at the same time. So we might have an opportunity to invite Japan into the faction here. So we'll have a very late, about, 15 years late World War II here. Anyhow, let's press some buttons to see what happens. We also designed a new aircraft carrier class called the Europa, and we'll better start constructing that in just a few months. In the meantime, we've got some things that are finishing, like our some of these Marburg class corvettes. We got some of our new destroyers that are unfortunately still kind of in the future. Don't know if they'll be finished in time for this war or not. We'll see. In the meantime, our battleships are repaired and ready to go, and our aircraft carriers are also ready to go. So if we get into an engagement, like a big engagement, we should be okay, as long as we're not too close to anyone's ports when it launches. So this is a convoy defense. We've got nothing. We can't do any. We can't challenge anything. This is way out in the Pacific Ocean. We're not sending friendly ships all the way out there to get involved in that. We need them at home. Although I'm a little bit tempted to send maybe a couple of light cruisers out that way, like some of our our K-Bergs. All right, looks like another big and fleet engagement here. We'll have well, two carrier groups, three carrier groups. We're going to take this because if we decline, we give them 1,600 victory points. But we're going to take it, and hopefully we can hit them with an alpha strike before they know what's what. So it's kind of halfway in between uh, their home and ours. So let's select our middle carrier division here for the base of our recon. So our planes don't need to go out that far probably, but we do want to spread them out just a little bit. Go for a heavy cap, two-phase night search, and go. Dusk is going to be in about 5 hours. So we're going to auto select a strike. We're going to get them ready right now. Oh, we got this bug again. I think this is happening because I'm doing this um, before like the battle's even launched. That might be what's happening here. All right, let's get everything on AI control. We do have our battleships out here today. This is our main battleship group. There we go. And then we'll need to get that battle division heading back towards port. Luckily, the wind is blowing in our favor right now. So we're going to turn our carriers around and head them northeast as soon as we can get control of them. So the secret, I think, in these carrier battles is to be moving away from the enemy carriers so that you launch your airstrikes. They can go out and fight, and then you can extend the range and kite them out a little bit and hopefully maybe their aircraft won't be able to quite reach you. We've had the same situation a couple times where like the furthest group away of our aircraft carriers won't be able to like reach the current battle that's happening or the current set of targets. We just want to get to the point where we can take control. Okay, we're gonna turn on fire at will. We're gonna squad max and run. Okay. So there's our unknown radar contacts. Squad max on our battleships. We'll be able to start firing off our big 16-inch guns here in just a hot second. And we have enough screens here that our battleships should be protected, but we'll see. Do we have missiles on these things? We do. But we're just going to run away a little bit here. Make use of our superior range. And where the heck are our scouts at? Did we not send out any scouts? What's going on here? Well, we're turning into the wind, so that might be a thing. Uh, sure. All right, let's send out the scouts. Yep, our destroyers are getting hit, but these are old destroyers. Theirs is not to question why, but to do and die. However, we should be able to start launching some torpedoes. Let me get control of some destroyers here. That's a nice little group. All right, let's go into line ahead. And we'll do the same thing here with the Wolf class, or the Wolf and the Albatross. The Albatross is the namesake of this particular class of destroyers. I'm a little bit. Oh no, there's the Wolf. A little bit surprised that the Albatross has managed to survive this long, because it was definitely the first of the class. All right, Wolf. Let's launch some torpedoes. Oh, hang on. Fire torpedoes. And again, we're just picking different targets because it lets us spread out the shots a little bit. All right, where the heck are our scouts at? All right, Albatross is getting walloped. Our battleships are a little bit exposed out there, out past beyond their screens. Well, we're just waiting. That's one light carrier contact. I don't know if we care about that. That actually might be this group right here that it allegedly spotted. All right, we're dealing with some French ships here, by the way. All right, let's fire some torpedoes at these things. Again, we're spreading them out just for the best chance of clipping some ships. All right, now we put this back on AI control, and we'll grab another group. Maybe not the cruisers, but we'll grab the destroyers here. All right, we got another report. 3 battle cruisers. Yeah, these reports aren't very helpful. Looks like we do have scouts down here. We're scoring some hits with the 16-inch guns, which is beautiful. I mean, for as obsolete as battleships are becoming, you still don't want to take a hit from a 16-inch gun. Uh-oh, why is the graph space slowing down? Has it been damaged? Is it up here? It has. It has. Oh, it's just the engine's breaking down. All right, well, we're going to send it home. Luckily, port is right here. So we're just going to tell it to retire from the battle. All right, here's a report down here. That's what we want to launch on. All right, so let's select that carrier as a target. We're doing a coordinated strike. We're going to select ready and go. And we're doing a full send here. Because where there's one, there's probably several. And we'll send some from the grass bay as well. That can be its contribution to this battle. All right, now we reattach that. You guys can hopefully, and gals, guys and gals can hopefully see the pattern that I'm doing here, where I'm keeping my main fleet between the enemy and the carriers, and I'm just basically turning off um, the AI control long enough to launch a bunch of torpedoes, and then I just, once they're empty, we just reattach. Man, I can't believe none of those torpedoes hit. Well, looks like maybe some of them hit, but all right, this one is good. And we'll just keep on repeating that as long as we have torpedoes. Meanwhile, our battleships are still scoring some hits with the 16-inch guns. Let's take the Albatross down to 6 knots and just send it home. For as old and obsolete as these torpedoes, old and obsolete as these destroyers might be, we still want to keep them alive if we can. Yeah, looks like their carriers are. Well, we got a big airstrike going out there on the way, so we should start getting information here fairly soon about what's down there. Hopefully, it's not just one carrier, because we're taking multiple waves of carrier attacks right now. So we know they have probably their full carrier fleet at sea somewhere out here. Oh, there goes some missiles. Okay. And then it's hopefully going to eat some torpedoes. Come on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, that thing is 1939 design. It's not horrible. Still 28 knots for 1939. That's pretty respectable, really. You just have to wonder how the torpedo protection is on it. Hmm. We are getting swarmed by aircraft in our carrier groups there. Hopefully the Graf Spey is going home, like I told it to. I have no idea. Let's check these reports down here. I can't even see them. Right here, yeah, 4 CVLs. One carrier, 4 CVLs. Hopefully we're engaging this stuff here. Yeah, it looks like we are. Good. That's what we want, is engaging the carriers with our carriers. And this battleship looks like it's going to be pretty dead here soon. So let's turn around and start sort of heading back towards port. I'm going to turn off fire at will. Try to preserve our missiles so we're not just like launching everything at this crippled battleship if it comes to it. Okay, that's pretty good. Whatever's happening down there, yeah, whatever's happening down here, seems like it's going pretty swell for us. Hopefully, it's not just hitting like cruisers and destroyers. Like this game has a bad tendency where like one ship will get crippled, like a destroyer will get like be dead in the water, and just like the entire freaking air force will start attacking it. Although we are getting bomb hits allegedly on light carriers. I don't mind expending more shots on a crippled carrier. All right, let's get these destroyers involved because we're pretty sure we've sunk a battleship already. And as for the rest, we have no idea what's going on down there, really, when you think about it. All right, have our aircraft returned? Looks like it's enough for another airstrike. After the war, we really need to swap out the prop aircraft for jet aircraft. It says it's a carrier, but it's probably a light cruiser. They seem to make that mistake quite often. We're also going to maneuver a little bit here, so we're not just sailing in a straight line all the time. And it gets us slightly closer. We'll do max -2 to improve our gunnery. All right, let's get rid of all but the newest reports. There we go, that helps out. All right, how are we looking here? Select ready. That's probably good enough for a follow-up strike. We're gonna go for the one with the most contacts, so let's launch a strike. Yep, nighttime landings. That's not the best, but we'll take it if it means sinking some ships. And we're not launching anything from the Graf Bay. We just want it to go home. Because it's having some engine issues, apparently. And I guess we'll speed up our carriers or our battleships again. And I really want to see if that's why that's marked as a carrier. All right, they're airstriking our merchant division. That's fine. That's actually preferable. All right, we've been sailing in a straight line for way too long with this aspirant here. Well, the Albatross is sinking. We did our, I mean, we did our best to get it home, so no one can hopefully blame us too much for that. What about this one here? What's going on with this thing? It's also damaged and flooding. So we're going to put it on cruise speed and send it home. And there go the airstrikes. Let's get our carriers home now, because we are going into nighttime, so we don't want to do too many night ops right now. Yeah. Yep, this is our last airstrike of the battle, I think, this wave here that's going out. So this was a light cruiser, that's what I had a suspicion of. We're scoring a few hits on it. So let's get our destroyers back away from it, so we're not just getting shot for no gain. And then our airstrikes are going out. We got carriers that are still launching aircraft because they're on that northeastern course. If I could get my battle fleet down here, actually, let's just start going straight down there. If I could get it down there at nighttime, that would be potentially game changing. Just think all the French carriers we possibly can in one go. We're starting to run out of ammo. All right, that's encouraging that there are reports right there. In fact, let's send this destroyer division down that way. Yeah, we're getting radar contacts. Let's get our Danzigs in there. Yep, let's do those. So turn off the torpedoes. We're going to turn our missiles back on so we can start firing at these contacts. This is a very, very juicy opportunity. Oh, they're shooting back. Oh no. Very juicy opportunity to get our battleships smothered in missiles. Chase them. Get them. Go, go, go. Well, getting hit by more missiles. Mecklenburg, it's still doing okay. 28% damage. All the guns are still going. It's not on fire. So let's check on our carriers real quick. Just make sure they're still going home. Yep, Graf Spey, go home. You're not going home, are you? Look at that. They're just very stubborn. They are trying to recover their aircraft, so they're going into the wind. All right, more missiles away. Well, hopefully we got some battleships versus carriers here. We know who can win that kind of fight. Oh no. All right, now it's time to break the Mecklenburg off. All right, you're going to go home. So AI control and get out of here. We still have three Deutschland class, including the one that just ate a missile. And now that it's nighttime, it's going to come down to radar and guns and probably missiles. We do want to be careful in this chase that we don't start eating torpedoes unnecessarily. But our light cruisers should do a our light cruisers should do a number on their destroyers. Okay, so we're gonna make these battleships here independent again, because it looks like the Deutschland is on fire. So we're just gonna send it home, and let's get rid of these reports because they are cluttering everything up here. It looks like we're still chasing down here. All right, how are we looking on getting home? Come on, please go home. Okay, back here again. It looks like all the escorts are going with the first battle divisions. We're going to try and fix that. Just reassigning them real quick. And then a couple can go home with them. That's fine. I just don't want to send the whole fleet. I need them. All right, we do want to maneuver a little bit here. Looks like their escorts are breaking off and trying to put an end to our chasing. Uh-oh. Nice job evading. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. So the Z-23 ate a torpedo. Don't know. That must be over here. So yeah, that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Trade out old, obsolete destroyers for some cruiser and maybe carrier kills. Who knows? All right, let's get these light cruisers involved over here. We're going to send them over to the coast to help support what's happening. And let's do Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like I said, I've still got a cough from a couple weeks ago at this point. All right, let's nose in with the battleships to hopefully start putting some pain on all this stuff right here. And it says they're CVs, but they could very well be light cruisers. This grief class is, or this grief is really hurting, so let's send it north as well. Retreat it with the rest. All right, looks like the Graf Spee made it home. That's good. And I've never seen that name before. The Monk. Maybe I have seen it. I feel like I was angry about trying to pronounce it at some point. It looked almost like a Scottish name with or Welsh or something. With all the syllables. And we're in pursuit mode at this point. Like we're trying to keep them from launching any kind of airstrikes. They won't be able to unless they can turn northeast, which is the last thing they want to. Oh man, it's the last thing they want to do is turn northeast against this group pursuing them. But they are still able to defend themselves with torpedoes at least. So we're going to maneuver a little bit with the carriers, or the battleships. Maneuver a little bit with everything, really. We're still scoring hits on this stuff here. They might just be a bunch of destroyers. They might be light cruisers. They could be light carriers. We can't just let them go. This is like the rumble in the Red Sea during the Japanese game where the Yamato went full send against like two whole carrier groups that were trapped like in an inlet. Now we have to maneuver. We're getting real close. And we do want to chase this thing because it is marked as a potential carrier. All right, well, the K-Berg just ate some torpedoes and it's sinking. Maybe it is time to call off the pursuit. Yeah, it's probably time. It's just way too many screens for us to deal with at night. Yeah, we're going to turn around and go home. Yep, K-Berg's still eating torpedoes, but it's dead in the water anyhow, so who really cares? No, Hindenburg, you should be going home anyway. What are you doing? There. What time is it? Yeah, daylight won't be here for another 12 hours, so Mecklenburg. Where is the Mecklenburg? Is it right around here somewhere? There it is. And it's at 50%, so it should be okay to get home, but we'll see. Who knows? It could get torpedoed on the way home. Be just my luck. Yes, go home, please. You've done enough. All right, cool. That's more light cruisers down. I'll take it. I was hoping they would be carriers, but sometimes you just got to take what's in front of you. We are scoring like torpedo hits and stuff, so not sure if it's just on all these dead ships. Probably. It's like this destroyer down here probably doing like attacks on the crippled ships. Okay. Hopefully it'll let us disengage. Looks like they've got some night attack aircraft. So do we, apparently. We want to keep our battleships together as much as we can. I mean, it's only 24 knots. It's not that big of a difference. All right, Mecklenburg is getting some speed up again, just a little bit, from 13 to 14 knots. We're still hitting stuff with missiles, so that's not terrible. All right, all of our carriers are home, which is good. They're still bombing the Grief. Yep, they're just attacking the lone destroyer. The Nuremberg still alive down there. Okay, come on, let's just get everybody. Like these ports are so awkward to get into. It's like that sharp corner makes me have to micro everything. Come on, let's get everybody into port. We're so close. So close to home. We're in sight. It's like you're inside of your driveway after a long trip. All right. Okay. Let's see what happened in this battle. The Nuremberg torpedoed, of course. So we lost a submarine. Okay, so we took heavy damage to some of our battleships. We lost 2 light cruisers. We lost 4 destroyers and a sub. Air loss is 37. We sank an enemy battleship. We sank 2 enemy battle cruisers. We sank an enemy carrier, 3 light carriers, 6 cruisers, 16 destroyers. That is one heck of a good win right there. That's a very nice one. 3 light carriers, a real carrier, 3 cruisers, a battleship, 2 battle cruisers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just want to look at ship details here real quick that I forgot to do last time. This is the Mistral class. So this is a jet aircraft carrier. It's 26,000 tons, 48. So one less jet carrier out there, and then these light carriers are 32 and 32. Yep, we will take it in 32. Cool. I wonder how good their battleship was. Yeah, it was 1939, so that was an accurate thing. It's got the quad guns on the front, and then these battle cruisers. I consider these a bigger threat than the battleships due to their speed. All right, let's view the map real quick. Yeah, so they're very spread out. So what was left down here? So there was a light carrier, so we could have caught one more light carrier. Could have caught one more light carrier, but we pulled out of there, I think, like, like we were supposed to. All right. In the game, 2 prestige, 34,000 victory points versus 7,000. Sure, we'll call it the battle, whatever you want to call it. Let's continue the operations for towards victory. No! No, come on. Come on, man. We finally were getting the battles we wanted. I said continued operations to victory, and they just disregard. Oh, man. Well, that's a crappy way to end it. Whatever. Save the game. We're going to make a copy backup. Save the game. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed. It was a very short war. I apologize. I tried to keep it going. I have we have harsh pistos turned on. Did they just give up? What the heck? They well, the France only had uh 300,000 displacement left in their whole fleet. We got rid of their only battleship. We got rid of 2 out of 3 of their battle cruisers, half the carriers they had in service, a third of the light carriers they had. We got rid of like half their light cruisers. So yeah, they just I think they just gave up. Fine, whatever. We tried. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time and sail safe out there. Bummer.